Well, we're finally to the point of putting the subfloor down now. This was exciting. Finally got all the demolition done, cleaned up, got the floor system, the floor frame rather, leveled and ready to lay subfloor. And then we're gonna put down our walls, redesign our walls, and put our roofs up, the new roof that we've tore off, and redo all that stuff. New ceilings, ready to go. So I hope you enjoy watching this, and we will continue on with the next videos. I'm sure you recall we said the only walls we're going to leave is this little closet right here. This is the AC closet. So at this point we wanted to get that old nasty rotten tongue and groove pine from underneath it. So what we did is we had to stick some braces on the closet there and use the bottle jacks and jack it up, remove that flooring and then replace our bottom plates, level it up, and we were all set. So it turned out real good. The way you lay this subfloor down, you see that 2x6 I got laying there on the joist? You lay the plywood down and then you get that 2x6 and put it against the plywood and whack it with the sledgehammer while you're standing on it. So it'll drive the tongue into the groove, so you've got a good solid joint that's not going to be flexing and making squeaks. It's a pretty good way to do it. You don't want to miss and hit your foot with that sledgehammer though, because I've done that several times as well. I laid a whole lot of that subfloor in my life, probably thousands of pieces of it. This is a tiny little house. It didn't take very long to do, but for just 2 people doing it is a lot of work. I appreciate y'all watching and hope you enjoy as we continue on. So we use the caulk gun and lay that subfloor adhesive on the joists. Then we lay the plywood down, we nail it down, but then we also are coming back with screws and good quality screws, and we're going to screw all this floor down to prevent squeaks rather later on. So that's yet to be done. I didn't record that, but it is done. So now we get going on the wall framing, and we're basically building these walls in place. And the ceilings there, as we said, since we had only that one AC closet there left, the ceilings did sag some, and it was sagging anyway. But we just jacked it up and made the studs the correct height, and it raised that ceiling up. Since it all has that shiplap on the ceilings, it was able to be done that way. So it turned out pretty good that way, and that's how we did it. So here I am framing the half bath and the walk-in closet wall right here. The main wall here on the outside, and then the divider wall, the walk-in closet's on the left side, and the master bath is on the right side. This was an exciting point, able to rip out those old windows and reframe the new position for our new window. Just came 3 inches off of that wall, so we have plenty room, plenty wall space left for vanity or dressers or a small bed. It's not a very big bedroom since we used this, made it a closet and a half bath, but it's still big enough for really anybody if they just live with a small bedroom. But it turned out real good. So here we're working on the walls where the floor settled way down. So we've repaired the floors now. We've raised the floor, but now we are raising the wall, or the ceilings rather, from the correct floor height. So we have to stick the bottle jack up underneath there and use the 2x4 and jack the ceilings up so that it'll be correct height. And we use standard dimension studs is what I ended up doing. And just making it all the same height, 8-foot walls there. So we had to jack that up probably 5 or 6 inches around in that range at the highest point. So this is the back side of the closet pantry here that I'm framing. I made it a 45 wall right there, since instead of a sharp corner, made it a 45 turn. It's a little nicer. Here I'm raising the wall height so we can make that one ridge. In the beginning video I showed you that it was going to be all one straight level. This is that room. And I didn't record the tearing out because I was scared I was going to break my iPad. I didn't have any place to set it down at. I wish I would have tried a little harder, because I would have liked to shown you taking that out. So I'm building this wall. Like I said, we moved this wall over to make the 2 bedrooms equal dimensions. And then we just went with the ceiling height that provided us. And I believe that these 2 rooms, we made 10 feet. So see right here, we've got that ridge is all one straight dimension. We've raised that up, and it's just a simple gable span. Able to throw that together real quick. We've done that many times, so it turned out great. As I'm watching myself do this, extending those rafter tails, I wish I would have known now what I didn't know then, is I didn't need any of that. That sheet I just laid, that's about where I ended up putting the slope roof here on this side of the house too. So these 2 bottom pieces of plywood and those tails extensions, I ended up taking off. I still salvaged the plywood. Probably use the rafter tail. I tried to use up all the wood I could. This material is getting ridiculously expensive. So now we get to cut out that flat roof system. That ceiling there was only 7 feet tall. Right now, where that wall is at, you can see right there, it's very shallow. It's actually less than 7 feet now with the floor system in level the way it should be. So we're cutting this junky roof off, and we will be raising that wall right there. We're doing it now. we're going to raise the height of that wall so we can have the correct height wall there at 8 foot, and it's going to slope up to the decking we just showed you a minute ago. And we'll have a nice slope ceiling with here on the back wall. We'll have those transom windows to be able to see the sky. It turned out really, really good. I was real happy with it. So here we are. We're doing this slope roof. So we're laying down it's what I call a valley pad. It's a ridge pad is basically what we're going to be laying down here in just a second. This 2x6, and we're going to end up doubling that to be full supported on that long angle. And then we will build the rafters. We're just going to splice them together, nail them together towards the end, and we'll put a purlin underneath it directly it'll be bearing to the wall. A brace is what they call a purlin, to keep that roof level, keep the roof the same straight, so it's not sagging and it's not rolling. It'll keep that roof from moving. We'll end up putting that there, and then we'll have a closet over here to the right side of this picture. We'll have the master closet that we will bear that purlin braces to. We will get that later on. I didn't record the installation of the ceiling on this room either. I'm gonna have to get better at that, y'all. So I hope y'all continue to watch and subscribe. Please tell your friends to subscribe. I really want to continue to do this channel, and I'm going to plan on doing, and there may be smaller jobs. I have one coming up next. I'm going to do a carport. I'm going to tear it down and rebuild it and record that, and I hope you'll enjoy that. But as soon as this house here that we just finished gets sold, the economy is kind of slow. The houses are not selling really fast right now, and this is a small town this house is built in, so it might sit on the market a little bit longer than I want it to. But as soon as it's sold, we will be buying another house, redoing it, and then planning on continue doing more and more. And we'll go get better at recording the videos and making content. So please tell your friends and continue to watch the videos that I'm making, and get your notifications on, because it might be a little bit in between. It won't be every week like some of these YouTube channels are, but I'm going to do my very best. Thank y'all. Here we're finally getting to put this ceiling in. That was exciting also. Put that ledger board, that's called a ledger board. You put it against the walls, and then I like pressure blocking it. So it's a block in between the rafters, or in between the joists. You nail the block to the ledger, and then you nail the joist to the block, and then repeatedly. So it's solid connection to that ledger board. You can also do hangers, metal hangers, and that works good too. And here's the same thing. This is the kitchen now. Remember, we had this ceiling at 7 foot. And actually, I think this ceiling is here. I think this ceiling ended up being 9 foot. I said 10 foot on the other one, but I think it's 9 foot. But it turned out much nicer than what was there previously. It's a 104-year-old house that we're redoing here. And we're making it a lot stronger, a lot better. All the walls are insulated. Here's that slope ceiling on the back. And there's that purlin I talked about a minute ago. So I'm fixing to build the utility room wall right here. Right to the right of this picture is the door. We're going to have a door step into the outside, and then later on we'll show you building the deck we got to step out onto. That was exciting getting that done. There's one of the last things I did. Here's the ceiling in the utility room. And I ended up furring this wall out, basically building another wall in front so that I have plenty of room for my plumbing fixtures, or my drain, the washer dryer drain, and all that stuff there. I'm fixing to fur that wall out. The water heater's in. We had that all fixed up. It's nice to have nice warm water, because this is colder time of year now. You can see we got long sleeve shirts on and jackets. A few days it was in 18 degrees, I think, a few times. That's pretty cold for us. And we're redoing the front window, tearing it out and getting it done. So that's about to wrap up this video. So we're going to continue on the next video. We will be doing the exterior here. The siding that's on this, we're tearing the rest of that out, replacing it, putting plywood first, or moisture and air barrier. Stay tuned. Thank y'all.